1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What up, mongrels? I thought I would show you today the mighty Puch Maxi. Some of you that have seen my channel before might recognise this little beast. When I done the Tiny Bike Tour 2, the Puch Maxi we were using was having loads and loads of problems with its rear wheel. Found this one for a song on Facebook Marketplace. Picked it up after we finished our tour. Down to Paul's for a quick bit of spannering, a little bit of tinkering from me, and now I'm out and about and having fun. As you can see, she is a 1972 50cc E50 engine 2-stroke Puch Maxi, 1.5 possibly 2 horsepower. I'm not entirely sure, it doesn't say. Meant to do 30 mile an hour. This one currently, the best I've had is 34 before I start tinkering and mucking about with it. Different handlebars, which are a bit of a nightmare because when I'm riding they hit me knees, but that's a different story. Pretty much standard Puch Maxi. If you are around about my age and were into your motorbikes or just being a tow rag as a kid, no doubt the Puch Maxi would have featured in your life at some point. They are true adventure machines. One of these just completed a 1,000-mile round trip with me along with a BSA Aerial 3. There's been blokes going to Mongolia, all over the world on Puch Maxis. And that's exactly what this is going to do much later, because this isn't the bike I'm using for this year's challenge. I thought I'd just show you her coming to life. Absolutely awesome. Give or take 100 miles to the gallon. About 70 miles out of a tank. I think it is a 2.5 litre tank, I believe. Could be wrong, I ain't a mechanic. Obviously you can pedal it. 2-stroke engine, drum brakes front and rear. She is a laugh. On this one in particular, I do have to sit really far back on the seat, and as you can see by my slight frame, it is a really small bike. If you passed your test before 2000 or 2001 or something, you're already allowed to ride these things. If you passed your test after 2001 and have completed a CBT, you're allowed to ride these things with 0 L plates. There is no reason why people can't jump on these and go on a little adventure. You can strap kit to the back, pop the lid on, and you are away. No brake lights. Sort of headlights. They're a bleeding giggle, an absolute giggle. I'll do a quick pan round of her and then we shall take her out for a spin and I'll let you know what she's like riding. Isn't she a thing of beauty? A little bit rusty, I do like a bit of patina. Those shocks do a sort of job. Absolutely simple engine to work on. A rusty old exhaust pipe, pressed metal at the back with 0 suspension. I actually bought this to give it to my son. He just hasn't got off his Irish yet to get himself a CBT. But who wouldn't want to be seen riding around on that? Let's take her out for a little spin. So let's see how this baby starts. Couldn't be simpler. There's no key or anything. Petrol on. May need to choke, may not. Decompression lever. Bit of a kick. Gotta love a 1970s Puch. I believe I said this was a 72 earlier. It's actually a 78. So what I'm going to do, have a quick spin around the car park. This Puch in particular is, how do you put it? Pulling off or at half quarter throttle, it's got a bit of a dip and then it pulls off again. So you may see me really struggling and then I'll kick on. Quick whip round the car park. I do have to sit really low on this seat, or farther back on this seat, because as you can see, it's not exactly a big bike. And there's the dip. So I'm climbing uphill, the dip isn't helping. I have got pedal assist if I require it. Don't judge the Puch on this, because once it gets going, not a problem. If there are people about, no doubt you'll be seeing me getting lots and lots and lots of eyes on me. But it is a whole lot of fun. So as I may or may not have said, you can go out and spend 800 quid and get a really decent one. You could probably pick them up for about 400 quid. If you're lucky, they do crop up. No tax, no MOT, and a bucket load of fun. I mean, you can see how agile she is. These things never fail to bring a smile to your face. They're just quality. Quality! A little bit of tinkering down Bert's motorcycles, a little bit of tinkering by me, and look at it. If I was my boy, and I was offered this to get to and from work, I would be so happy. And you can mod the hell out of them, they're so easy to mod. Put the tanks on them, decent seats, decent handlebars. And then you've got a cool little 50cc. Oh, I'm loving it. As with all Puch seats, it is comfortable. With different handlebars, it'll be a completely different ride, but it would take away from the aesthetics. Let's get to some country lanes. Right then, to start off with, I've already got a big steep hill to climb straight into. Hopefully I'll be able to get enough speed up so it's not an issue, and you'll see how she flies. So we're coming into the start of the hill. Let's see what she's doing by the top of the hill. Handling this, no problem. Absolutely smashed it. So you can go out, you can spend thousands on all singing, all dancing sports bikes, use them at 60% of their capacity 100% of the time, or you can get one of these, ride it at 90% of its bleeding ability 100% of the time, and sling it around as if it's nothing. Around town you'd definitely keep it up with traffic, and let's face it, I'm a nearly 50-year-old bloke, and I look cool as flip. Oh, the chicks have got to dig me mucho. That's what it's like around country lanes. That's where you have your fun. If you buy one of these things, or a couple of your mates buy similar, I mean, you've got your Thomases, you've got, there's all sorts. I'm not going to start listing mopeds. Right, here we go. Yep, I'm riding a whirlwind. She's definitely got more in her as well. I think I might need to upjet, give her a bit more fuel, and try and sort out the other issue, which is the low rev issue. But as you can see, she is a bucket of fun. Brakes are a hint. And there's that dip. And then it gets over itself. If you do see me not indicating, that's only when there's no one around. You can sit right back on the passenger rack and get an extra 2 miles an hour. It's definitely starving itself a little bit with fuel at top end. Should be an easy fix. I'm going to put a bi-turbo exhaust. That's going to cost me another 50 nicker, give or take. I'll get some jets, that'll cost me another £5 possibly. And all of a sudden I've got a 40 mile an hour plus machine. Very, very easy to work on. Great fun to ride. Let's get to these back roads. You can pretty much take any corner pinned on these. And it does make you feel like Guy Martin. Always in the middle of the road here, so be careful, Lee. How can you not love a Puch Maxi? This is what they're built for, boys and girls. You haven't got to worry about breaking speed limits. The only thing you've got to worry about is fighting off the women. The Puch Maxi's arch nemesis is the cyclist, as you can see, because uphill they're probably overtaking you. On a corner, of course. And that is why you wait. Go on, get a lungful of my two-stroke. Possibly is the most fun you can have with your clothes on. If you have a look at that little trip that the last Puch Maxi done, you'll see what they're capable of. With the exception of the issue it had with the bearing, which was a misshaped hub, it was flawless. So, this one is to you, Bert and Outdoors. Quit your jibber jabber, get yourself a Puch, and thank the carry some kit, and it's a green light for a go, go, go. Look at this little girl. Half me's half hoping my boy don't pass his test, so I can keep her. Right, I'm going to take it up a big, long, steep, windy hill to see how she does. No indicators on it, no brake lights on it. Running start gives you a hand. You can pedal, this seat's too low. I normally try to jump it over this bridge, but I'm going the wrong way, and there's no chance I'm going to get the speed on this route. I could have popped then and probably got it airborne, but right, so we're now at the start of a good 10% hill. This does climb up to a 15% hill. Let's watch out for all the horse muck and moss in the road, and hope I don't need to come off this throttle, because that will be the end of me. I'll tell you what, this is steeper than most hills you come across on a day-to-day ride, and it's making light work of it. Again, she is a very usable machine. 47-year-old, running like a dream. I'd love to angle this corner, but they do come round with horse boxes and all sorts. I'm loving this. Oh, someone in the road. Any cars coming? Nope. What is not to love? There's only so much you can watch of a fat bloke riding a tiny little motorbike, moped, around. What I will leave you with is, if you are after a midlife crisis hobby, you can't get much better. And if you like a bit of adventure, it doesn't matter where you go on these, it's always an adventure, because you never know if you're going to make it. Until next time, ta-ra.